Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fangirlz Assemble. Uh, if it's your first time watching, which would be very unlikely, I'm Maddie. This is Kristen. I pointed the right way this time.
I did it wrong.
Welcome. And before we jump into anything, it is our sworn duty to tell you about our most favorite comic book store ever of all time, InStockTrades.com.
Yes. Our fabulous sponsor, of which we currently have a deal right on that front page. Go to InStockTrades.com right now. You can get the Goldie Vance box set for 45% off until Tuesday.
Which is a great deal. First of all, great present.
Yes.
Christmas is coming up. It's very inexpensive. Okay. And also, it contains 4 of the Goldie Vance volumes.
And I'm pretty sure that's the whole series. I didn't look that up. Don't quote me. But I think that's the whole thing.
I'm really excited because I've read Goldie Vance on Comixology, but I've never gotten to read it physically. I haven't owned it. And this is like the best chance I'm going to get. And I really do recommend it. If you like any sort of Nancy Drew-esque sort of thing, I think you're really going to like this.
I think it's great for like Veronica Mars fans.
Oh, there we go.
That's what I thought of like the first time I read it. I was like, oh yeah, this is my jam.
Absolutely. And you know how much we love Veronica Mars here on
except that last season. Let's not talk about it.
It doesn't exist.
No.
It's fine.
I'm never going to get over it. But yeah, it's StockTrades.com. You're going to get amazing shipping, packaging. If you spend $50 and you're in the States, free shipping. I mean, and you throw in that Goldie Vance box set, you throw in some books we're going to talk about today, you got it. You get your free shipping.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. I know that I'm going to order, well, I haven't made my order yet, but I'm ordering Goldie Vance. I'm going to order the Angel 20th Anniversary hardcover. Yes. And Witch Hat Atelier Volume 1, because we talked about that a little bit on our manga show this past week.
You're going to love it.
That gets me just a little short of $50. And I'm not quite sure what else I want to buy. I did read Harley Quinn Breaking Glass recently, and I think I might want to make the jump and buy that.
It does feel nice.
Sure. It does.
You know, if you guys tune into the show, we talk about the feel of books a lot. And that cover is quite soft. It's nice.
Oh, it's very nice. Yeah. It's very nice.
And that is a great one. I loved it too.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, please go to InStockTrades.com. All right, so we're here again to talk about recent reads. We've been reading a lot.
Yeah, before we go on though, we gotta talk about what Hayden just said.
He said, "Oh man, I didn't see it. Why isn't? Oh, here we go. Wait, no. Why don't I see it? You tell me what it says."
He said, "I didn't mind the Hulu season," says the guy who only watched episode 1. Listen, Hayden, if you just watched episode 1 of the Hulu season, you love it. You think it's great. If you just watched episode 2, you love it. You think it's great. No, it goes downhill fast, and the ending, I can't handle it. I don't think I've ever been so upset with a TV show. It's bad.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and apologize. Normally on StreamYard, I can go ahead and choose comments and highlight them on the screen. And I'm the one hosting this, and it's not coming up. So we're going to go back to olden times, like when I used to do Google Hangouts. And have to look at the YouTube video at the same time. We can do it.
You could actually close that and pop out the chat. That's what I do.
What?
Yeah, if you bring up YouTube, we're just gonna have a tutorial on air, guys. There's the 3 little dots. If you hit that,
oh shit,
you can choose the option pop out chat.
Oh, man.
So what I do on my computer, if you may see me looking down, I have a laptop down here, so that's what I'm looking at. I have the chat on one side. And then like IST or whatever on the other side. But that's what I'm looking at. So I don't look at the YouTube.
This is amazing. Yeah. Man, I just thought our chat was dead until you said Hayden said something.
It's
hey,
poppin'.
Everybody. I'm glad we're here. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm just catching up real quick.
Now we got to like read stuff real quick.
Larry's correct. You do have to rub the books on your cheek. That's just
100%
common sense. Lloyd said Kristen taught Jess how to use.
I did do that recently. I was like, Jess, pop out the chat. You don't need to have the video. And he's like, what? Am I the only one who does? I think I'm the only one who does this.
It must be. Well, now that we have StreamYard, it's like if you host it, it's right in here. So I just didn't know. Now we know. All right.
All right. Well, Or what do you want to start with? Do you want to talk about reads, or you want to haul or things?
I want to see your haul.
You want to see my
I
haul?
don't
Okay.
have one, so I want to live vicariously
Well,
through you.
I have a special haul because yesterday was my 1-year wedding anniversary with Reed.
Yeah.
So we went out of town and we hit up a comic shop and Half Price Books. So that's what we did for our anniversary. I picked up 3 singles I have to show you. Lock and Key came out with a one-shot. That continues on the story. I love Lock and Key. I'm very excited. It's a dog
I
and
know there
key.
was a one-shot.
This came out last week or the week before. So pick that up. Obviously, the last Buffy issue. I love these regular covers with like the cutout of the steak. Sorry about the glare. But there was a variant I also had to get because I love it so much. It's a band candy variant. Come on now.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. She's holding a candy bar. You can't really tell. And the cop's very mad. They're standing on the car. So those are my floppies. Then in Half Price Books, I got this cute DuckTales set.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and of course it was cheap because it's Half Price Books, and they're adorable and I love them. I also, at the comic shop, got some DC stuff. Okay?
What?
Girl, I had to get the new Joker book that Jeff Lemire is writing for the Black Label.
It does look really cool. You'll have to tell me how it is.
It looks super cool. The art looks good. I'm very excited. And it's shiny.
I'm burnt out on the Joker for real, but I will read it if you recommend it.
I don't know that I care about the Joker at all, but I was like, Jeff Lemire, the Joker, I'm here. I'm going to support this and wanted to check it out. So we went to check out with that book and the cashier's like, oh, you have to go ahead. Go get Joker and Harley back there. And I'm like, what? You trying to sell me on something? What are you doing? And then he mentions, do you know anything about the series? Because I didn't.
Minimally.
Apparently, per this guy at the store, there's like a whole serial killer situation with Harley trying to kill the Joker. I think something like that. I don't know. But he said Silence of the Lambs and he said serial killers. And I was like, well, that gotta get it. Okay, you sold me, dude.
I was never going to read this book and you completely changed my entire mind.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth the hype. I just trusted some guy in the comic shop. But I'll tell you what, these covers, that's
beautiful.
They're killing it. So yeah. I'm excited. I'll let you know how it is. So then at Half Price Books, I got too much, guys. I got too much. Things happen. The first thing, it's really Reed's, but we both love Chris Schweitzer. And I saw this and was like, oh, we got to get it. Reed loves sketchbooks. And art books and stuff. So this was there, and then we opened it, and he did a little watercolor in it.
Oh.
And I was like, someone just gave away their nice precious book.
Who would do that?
It's very rude.
Maybe it's Chris himself.
It could have been.
Because he's local to us-ish.
He's in Kentucky, so it makes sense. But it's really cool, and I love his art.
Man, I love his stuff.
I love his art, so I'm excited about this.
If you guys aren't following his Twitter, I really recommend following Chris. Chris, he's such a neat dude, and he's worked with Kyle on Mars Attacks.
They're BFFs. Also, Rock Candy Mountain. He did the colors.
Also, Rock Candy Mountain. And he's such a cool dude. He's just... I always think of him as this kind of hipster Kentucky guy. He could go out and cut trees down.
Yeah.
He's got a mustache, and he always has suspenders. He's such a cool looking dude.
Yeah.
And his art totally matches that persona.
I think he's truly one of the few cartoonists that are still happening. You know what I mean? I'd say Jeff Smith is a true cartoonist. He's amazing. He's very underrated. You guys should check out his stuff because he's great. So I also picked up a novel I got to talk about, which is The Backstagers Volume 2. They're doing these Boom young adult novels, and I love The Backstagers. I have the first one. This was used. It looks brand new, except I did open it up. And how exciting. I believe, BTS member was marking a page for some child. So that's exciting.
That's adorable.
And also, I got volume 1 and 2 of Mind Management by Matt Kent, who I like. These look brand new. So I was like, I got to get these. I read the first one. I really liked it. They're only I don't know how many there are. There's a few. But I wanted to have it, so got that. I got some clearance books that I'm stoked on. Black Hole. This was $2 whole.
Well, for $2,
guys, come on.
I don't care what it's about.
I mean, I see this on like every best of graphic novel list, so I was like, oh, I probably should read that. And then I picked up Random Trade of Giant Days Volume 10 for $2. Here's the deal: they're not going to finish those hardcovers.
No.
So I'm like, I might as well pick up the trades when I can. This was an amazing deal, so that's what I did. Don't have a clue what this is about. Also $2. Artichoke Tales.
That looks adorable.
I know, it looked like a thing I needed. Like, and then it's just like some nice line work.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, so I was like, that's me for $2 for damn sure. Then I got a sealed Black Panther volume. It's the Ta-Nehisi run.
Okay.
Coates run. It was sealed. It was cheap. I was like, all right, I'll take that. And then $2 again, Airboy. I've heard about this.
Yeah, you're just
series.
Killing it.
I know. Usually in the clearance section,
I never see anything good.
Never see it. It's all trash. No. It's all old. I hate it. It's like they put some good stuff suddenly in there. But my favorite thing I got, I don't know if anyone else is going to care about this, but if anyone knows about it, they'll know how crazy this deal is. So there's one box set of the Mickey Mouse comic strips, the hardcovers that Fantagraphics have put out, the Color Sundays that's been grossly out of print for too long. They're never going to print it again, I don't think, because it's just like Fantagraphics doesn't do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've just been like, I'm never going to have it. I'm never going to get it. That's the one of like a box I'm not going to have. So this has been at that half price since early this year. Last time I went, I saw it. It's like one of those things behind the cashier.
Oh,
it's up there.
Yeah.
$250.
Gotta wait for the deals.
Girl, it was $250 last time I saw it. If you go on eBay right now, they're all $400 and up.
Yeah.
That's how stupid this box set is. And I'm like, I'm never going to pay something like that. Never going to find it. It went down to $100. I was there for the 40% off coupon day.
Shit. But there was a 40% coupon day recently?
Yeah, and today was 50%.
Okay, listen, I don't know. You
Get
have
the
to tell
emails.
me. Okay, Illyria is still in one of the half-price books in my town. I was
you know what? Let's end the show. Just go there now. Are they closed? Yeah, I think they're still open.
Shit. No,
I'm 10, right?
Actually, I'm gonna check real quick. You keep talking.
I think they closed at 10. Anyway, God. I got it because I was just like, I've been waiting for this.
It's closed. They close early on Sundays.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But you know what? Holidays are coming up. They may do it again.
Oh, they will.
Black Friday. Run there.
There's always a Black Friday sale. So.
But I had to get it. I got it for an amazing deal. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
It's just like the 2 color volumes. There's a little wear on them, but it's not that bad. And plus, this thing's old and it's out of print. And I'll never. If I had one whale, this was probably it. I know it's silly. Everybody's like, making me out, but like, guys. They're great European comics, and I'm so excited. So, look at the other back. Oh. So, I hope that this is mean. I hope that someone was waiting for it for the 50% off day, and they go there and they're like, no! Because that's always me. I always get ripped off. Anyway, that's what I got.
I'm so happy for you. That's a really good haul. You killed it.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I'll let you know about these.
Oh, yeah, please.
Because I thought of you. I'm like, oh, Maddie, I'm buying DC stuff. What's happening?
Drewby asked if you were working 3 jobs, saying that you throw money in stock trades like James Marsters on a pole. I think I don't know what that means, but we just shop smart.
Yeah, I mean, these were all bargain. $2 books.
Oh, yeah.
I just showed you $102 books. And I go to the library constantly. So
yeah, that helps a lot.
That's how I save money.
I'm really glad that I'm going to the library more, because that means once I go to my next con, I'll be able to really keep an eye out for deals on of what I've already read.
Definitely.
Although I never find really, really good deals on those first, second books. I need to figure out the best way to buy a bunch of them at a discount.
I may know a way. We'll talk later.
All right.
I won't share all my secrets on here.
Okay.
But
good. And also I can't choose comments to show up here, unfortunately, but Larry saw that I recommended On a Sunbeam via Instagram, and I had never talked about it on the show. So Larry this was before your time, but Kristen and Faria had read On a Sunbeam and raved about it. Raved about
Loved
it.
it.
And I
Well,
finally
Faria didn't rave about it. I did, but it's fine.
Oh, sorry. Kristen
She didn't
raved
love
about
the
it.
ending.
And I finally picked it up because I've been doing like a Tilly Walden spree. Just reading everything to get my hands on. And so I finally read it and oh my gosh. It's so good.
It's so good. I'm glad you loved it. I knew you would.
Oh, man. You know, I was like, oh man, I don't have any recent reads, but actually I've read a lot since the last time we talked about recent reads.
Yeah, I kind of did. I was like, I got like 3, and now I'm like, there's a stack over here.
I don't have anything near me, so I'll just have to remember. But
oh, speaking of comments, we got to read. Hayden mentioned that Kindle Unlimited has the first 2 Super Sons trades. He just finished the first one, and now he's on the bandwagon. Is the omnibus worth it?
Absolutely.
100%. We actually both own the omnibus, and if you know me, I don't have a lot of DC stuff, and I loved it. And I hate Superman, and I loved it. So
you've got to have it.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's just, you know, Super Sons is I think it's my favorite thing to come out of DC Rebirth. Of course, they ruined it after. So you can just hold that omnibus and be like, this was it, and this is good.
Yeah.
And you can just pretend like they continued on that way, and like nobody ruined it or aged up John Kent in any way for no reason. DC. Oh, so good. But yeah, definitely pick it up for sure. And I think if you haven't read Super Sons, please do. The omnibus is beautiful. It's a great way to collect it, but I really.
It's such a fun. It's just so fun. You don't have to know anything.
No,
I don't know anything about the whole universe. You just jump in. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Drew B said the Superman disrespect in this channel is out of control. I love Superman.
Yeah, there's not disrespect.
I love him. I love that.
Also,
man.
I'm not disrespecting. I just don't like him. How's that disrespect?
Yeah, I love him. Don't worry,
Look,
Drew.
I respect if
love
he
him.
saves people. That's nice.
I still hate that John Kent was they made him older, but that doesn't mean I don't like Superman. I love him. Oh, is the Omni out of print, Lloyd?
Oh, I think I did hear that. That's a sad day.
I'll keep an eye out for you, Hayden. But yeah, Hayden, if you already like Damien, I mean, you're done. You're gonna love Super Sons, no question. I can't speak for the DC Ink book yet of Super Sons because I haven't read it. I did check it out, but I do recommend it though. So, Kristen, what have you read? Well,
let's talk about it. The last thing I read was The Midwinter Witch.
Okay.
This is a trilogy. Well, there may be more books after this. I actually don't know. It's series then? By Molly Ostertag. She's the wife of Noelle Stevenson.
Yep. And they got married recently.
Yes, they are the dream team. Yeah,
they were great. They had swords.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So cool.
So I love the series. The first one's The Witch Boy. It is about a boy who's in a family. His mom's a witch, and he wants to be a witch, but it's a thing only girls do. Like all throughout history, it's just been a girl thing. And boys are supposed to be, what do they call them? Shifters, I think. They shapeshift. Mm-hmm. Also, I love this art. Her art is so good. The color is amazing too. But so he's like, this is what I want to do, and eventually his family lets him study to be a witch, and it's all about specifically this volume. I won't give away everything. It's the third one, but there's a whole festival, and there's a big competition between witches, and at the end, one is crowned the Midwinter Witch, and he wants to do the competition, and his mom's like, yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Nobody's ready for the boy witch to be out there. And of course there are a lot of parallels with a lot of different things that we can all think of. There are great LGBT characters in this. There's a lot of wonderful representation for such an all ages book. So I would recommend this to literally anyone. Again, the first one's The Witch Boy, the second one's The Hidden Witch, and this just came out, The Midwinter Witch. This is also a great library pickup because every library is going to have this. It's a Scholastic book, so you can easily get it. But it was so good. I think you'll especially like this, Maddie.
Oh, I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah, you got to.
Of course.
Then I read a Steven Universe original graphic novel, Too Cool for School. So Steven goes to school in this.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, Connie one day, he's like, where are you going? And she's like, school. And he's like, I want to go to school with you. So, of course, he goes to school with her. and him and the crystal gems are like fighting this like weird slug creature, and he brings like a shell back to school for show and tell, but of course it turns into a huge slug creature, and then crazy shenanigans happen in the school, and you know they have to like Connie's embarrassed by him because he keeps like causing crazy stuff to happen, and you know shenanigans happen. I won't give it all away, but it is wonderful. I loved it. It was just very fun. So they do a series of these original graphic novels, and this was great. So I'm gonna pick up more. Then I read a Tilly Walden book because that's what we do. I love this part.
I read that too.
Did you read it too? It was so cute. I don't know.
It was very cute. I really liked it.
There was no like real linear story. It's not like your typical graphic novel, but it was really great. It's very short and worth the read. I loved it.
Oh yeah, I think it's. I think the best thing about those, because Tilly has a few books that are those thin ones. They're not like her big graphic novel ones, but they're very poignant. There's something about them that really...
It like hurts you in the end.
Yeah, they really strike a chord, even though it takes like it's like 2 minutes. You know, I mean, you read it so quickly, but the way that she uses her imagery and dialogue in there is really, really well done. I recommend it. I mean, like sometimes it's like it's almost like a nice art book to have on the shelf, you know, because sometimes we buy things that are the thicker things and it's great to have, but there's some things we buy just because of it's art. And I think that those are art to me.
Yeah, definitely. Then this is one of my...
Mary says we've turned him into a Tilly Walden completist. Good.
Good, yeah.
That's the
best news.
Hadn't read any Tilly Walden, and I read only Tilly Walden.
She's the best, really. Truly, truly. Speaking of the best, this is one of my favorite reads of the year. You're probably going to see it at my end of the year. This is the best stuff I've read. And that is The Dam Keeper.
Okay. I've never heard of this.
I talked about this yesterday on Jess's Omni Dogs Vault show that we do. So sorry if you've seen that. I'm going to talk about it again because it's so good. There are 3 of these, and they're all completely gorgeous for second books. Okay, let me show you the first one so I don't like ruin everything. But this is also Under the Dust Jacket. I have to show this.
Ooh. Girl,
it's very simple.
You know I love when you take that dust jacket.
It's very simple, but they have these like shiny gold foil stamps.
I like
There's
that.
a little character. Oh my gosh. So this story completely, I became obsessed with it. It blew me away. The art is gorgeous.
I like the shading in that.
Oh, I think it's digital painting. That's what it looks like. It's beautiful. So the 2 creators behind this are art directors at Pixar, or were. So while they were working on Monsters University, which I adored, they put out an animated short film called The Dam Keeper. Well, this is set 5 years after that. Now, I still haven't watched that. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I pulled it right up.
Yeah, so I'm going to watch it soon. But my point is you don't have to have seen that to like enjoy this and understand the story. So it does start out with kind of like sort of a backstory on the main character Pig, his dad, and how he became a dam keeper. So they live in this town, and it's surrounded by walls because there is this fog that happens every night, this black fog that threatens to seep into their town. So the dam keeper, which is what the pig does, he like winds up this windmill that will push away the fog. He does this every single night, and you know he pretty much saves the town constantly, but they don't appreciate it, and they don't really think about it, and they just kind of go on with their lives and sort of ignore that he has this responsibility. So, of course, one day the fog gets worse.
Yeah, like
he realizes
Rockadoodle. Yeah, got it.
So
that was a deep cut for Reed, and I'm sure he's not watching.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be like, "Oh, I got that." One night the fog gets worse, and him and his friends, he has a fox friend, which you see here, and a hippo friend, although the hippo really kind of bullies him, but the mutual friend is Fox. And one night the fog gets so bad that they're like, oh, we're going to have to like leave the walls. We're going to have to figure out like how to fix this and what's going on. And so they kind of go on this crazy journey outside the walls to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to save their town. The thing that happens at the beginning with the pig's dad, who started this and made this mechanism to like save their town, at some point one night he just walks out into the fog, which implies that he died. which is very dark. Although I would say this is an all ages story. Um, but anyway, stuff happens with that. I feel like I can't say a lot because there are so many spoilers. But
Yeah.
it's gorgeous. The journey is beautiful and amazing. Again, there are only 3 of these, and it's just such a good time. I would highly recommend to everyone. Just it's a really great journey.
Just so we all know, In Stock Trays does have the first and the third hardcover for this.
And the second one is on Amazon, last I checked. Not that we want to promote them, but like if we can't get it at IST,
Gotta go somewhere.
gotta go somewhere. So yeah, everyone should buy that.
Oh, I'm already in love.
Yeah.
You've convinced me.
I think you're going to love it.
See, I just need, you know what? I think that's what I'll ask for Christmas. Just be like, listen, how many first second books can be bought from me? I just want to keep opening more and more first second books. I just keep checking out from the library and I don't own them, but I just want them.
That's what I do so often, but I happen to just find the first 2 for like really cheap. And I was like, well, now I gotta get this cover. It's just so gorgeous. I love it. I love the art. So I only got a few left, Maddie. It's okay.
No, I'm loving this, please.
Then I read Mooncakes.
Ooh, how was it? I've been trying to read it.
I was going to say it's another thing I think you're going to love.
Absolutely. I knew immediately.
Oh, gosh, girl.
This looks like a high school like OC I would have made.
That's hilarious because same. It's another magical, story, and there's witches involved. The main character, this girl, I forget her name. I don't know, this girl, she's a witch. And one night she I don't know, she's in the woods for some reason, I think, and she runs into her like childhood friend, which is the other one on the cover. Forget their name, Tam, who is non-binary, which is great.
Oh, nice.
Because it's like
somebody in the chat said that the word of today is non-binary.
Well, there you go. Now you got a character that's non-binary in this book. But anyway, it's just about and they shapeshift into a wolf, and there's like this whole magic wolf like danger situation happening. So they come back into her life, and they have to I don't know. There's danger. They got to figure it out. There's a whole family of witches, and it's just great. I feel like it's great for anyone who's really into the boom stories we love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This felt like that sort of thing. It's like, if you love Giant Days or Fence or all these other great, you're going to love this. It's very up the same alley. So
I knew I would. I've been eyeing that one for a while.
Even the back, Tilly Walden praised it on the back.
Well, then.
And so did Katie O'Neill. So,
well, those are our girls.
There you go. Those are girls. I knew I'd love it.
Up. Yeah.
So that one's great. Then I read Nomwolf. This is an Albatross book, which is Eric Powell's comic publisher. This is something that Reed wanted. So we found this, again, secondhand, because we only get deals, y'all. That's all we do. It's pretty much, that's what it is. It is a wolf in Vietnam.
Okay.
And it's this scrawny guy who just suddenly changes into a werewolf one day. And crazy stuff happens from there. It's pretty bloody. So if you don't like that, watch out. Here's a Mike Mignola cover. That's pretty cool. It's short. It's not sweet. I was going to say sweet. It's not really sweet.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just silly because the idea behind that's silly. It's ridiculous. But you know what? I really liked it.
No, I think that sounds great. Honestly, the minute you held it up and then you started talking about it, it really reminded me of These Savage Shores,
which I still need to read.
You really need to read it.
Okay.
I think
maybe I should get that with.
It's really beautiful. Honestly, it's
or wait, really, is it out? Yeah. Didn't you say?
Yeah, it's out.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I saw it in my comic book store last week.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it's really hard for me to say out loud.
There's a lot of S's involved. Yeah, I need to put that in my card then. Then I read The Sound of the World by Heart. This was put out by Lionforge and I believe Magnetic Press. So this is a story about a guy who lives in New York City. He is a photojournalist, and was it 80 days or 60? One of those, 60 or 80 days, he decides that he's going to not talk to anyone in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to just find other means of communicating or not communicate that much and write a story about how it goes for him. So most of this is depicted in pictures he takes or just the journey that he has, and he narrates a lot of it because he's not talking, he's not, So he takes all these pictures of his journey and like how it goes and whatever. And then he goes to get them developed one day, and he sees that there's this redheaded woman in like nearly every single photo he's taken.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What? I've never even noticed this woman. What's happening? What?" So then it becomes like a journey of like, if he sees her again and what's going on with her. He'd recently went through like a lot of maybe it wasn't that recent, but he was dealing with the past and a breakup and all that, of course.
Yeah.
So it becomes a greater journey with her and like what is going on with that, and like why is she showing up everywhere that he is, and like what's that about?
Yeah.
But also like communicating non-verbally throughout the entire thing. There's so many other things I want to say about this that I can't say.
Yeah, don't.
They're huge spoilers, but I love the art. I love the way this was done. It was entirely unique. It's one of those stories where I was like, I've never read anything like this.
No.
I loved it. So check that out. And the last thing I've read, which you've also read, is the Tea Dragons Festival. I almost said Society.
Such a beautiful book.
Guys, if you haven't jumped into this world, go right now. In stock trades, I hope they're both available. Pick up the Tea Dragon Society and Festival and just love it so much. I don't even want to tell you what it's about. Just go get it. It's so good.
It's just such a nice read.
Yeah. It just makes you feel good.
Yeah, all of her books just make you feel good.
And the art's gorgeous.
And they've got a board game for Tea Dragon Festival.
I gotta come over.
And for Aquicorn Cove, her other book.
Fun.
So
those are my reads.
Oh man, all right. Let me go through my normally I have all my books next to me and I don't. They're in my office. All of my like library books. But I did read Harley Quinn Breaking Glass. And like Kristen, I am so glad to say that I have finally found a DC Inc. book that I love and don't just feel is okay, which is a pretty big deal. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who don't know, DC Inc. is a new young adult graphic novel series that DC is putting out. The pro to this is that we're getting really new stories that don't fit into the mainline canon, which is great considering kind of where we are with that right now. And you also get more time with these characters, which is also really good. So they're typically origin stories so far. We've had Catwoman, we've had Mara, Raven. I think we're getting a Batman one. We've had Super Sons. We're getting a Beast Boy soon. And most of them are like origin-ish stories. And the art's always really cool. And they always use they stick to a very limited color palette, which is always really neat to see. And so far, I've just been okay with it. But Harley Quinn Breaking Glass is really, really good. The art's beautiful. It's definitely very unique Harley Quinn story. Because, I mean, if you've watched our other show, you heard Kristen talk about it. But it's really good. Drew B just said I don't like Red Sonja anymore. What are you talking about? What shows are you watching?
He's just trying to start stuff. That's what he's doing.
Drew, I think you just dreamed up a channel where we don't like Superman. I don't like Red Sonja. What's going on? But I really, really like that. I also read Are You Listening? By Tilly Walden.
Did you love it? It was so good.
My God, I loved it.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my God. You know what? I love everything she does because I read Are You Listening? I read On a Sunbeam. And I had also read, Spinning a few weeks ago. And everyone has really hit me.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Are You Listening was not the story I thought we were going to get. I don't know what I was expecting, I guess. But I really unique. Liked it. It was very
I feel like
unique.
I can't say a lot about it.
No, and I know it's one of the,
but I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think it would ruin it. But basically, it's you kind of follow through with these two people that are kind of running away from their lives. It's the best thing I can say to you about it. And they're both running away for different reasons, and I think they both find courage with each other. And it's very platonic. It's like, and I think that's what I liked about it too. It's just like this kind of like
It didn't go into a weird direction.
No, and
It
it could
have. Yeah, so many other people probably would have taken it there, and it didn't.
Yeah, so I really recommend it. Are You Listening by Tilly Walden. And for those of you who haven't read On a Sunbeam, didn't know that book was going to be how it was either.
Yeah.
This almost like space opera type
of
thing. Oh my God.
Mechanics and stuff. It was crazy.
And again, yeah, and I do agree with you. My only complaint about Tilly is that I can't always tell the characters apart.
Yeah, that is my true only complaint, where sometimes I'm like, hold on, who's that? Wait, is it the same?
Yeah.
I mean, they look very similar.
But yeah, I really liked it though. It was wonderful. And I really would love for On a Sunbeam to be like I think it'd be a great movie.
Oh yeah.
I think
it'd be cinematic.
It'd be a waste not to pick that up for something.
Definitely. Or you know what should happen? Netflix should do like animated movies of all her stuff. Oh girl, right? Even like short films. Like maybe like because some of them are so short, right? It could just be a tiny little
I'd love it. You know what? I want a whole like first, second channel that's just animated versions of everything they produce. God. Right?
They would all be so good. Fence, come on.
Oh my gosh.
All be so good.
Man, Kiss Number 8.
Yeah. You know, why doesn't that happen more? I feel like mangas, I mean, not Western comics are so good at that, right? Like Japan's got that nailed down where all their stuff is adapted.
Yeah.
But we don't do that so much. What's the deal?
I don't know. I mean, we do it more with novels than we do comic books. Although that's starting to change a lot. Like we're getting a lot more, but it tends to be the more mainstream.
Well, they're live action though. I mean, like
live action
cartoons at, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
It would be nice if that changed.
Yeah. I think it would do well.
Oh yeah, for sure. What else did I read? I gotta look through my.
That's why you need to get on Goodreads, girl.
I know. Listen,
I know you're not gonna, but
I would love for that to happen, and I just don't think it's gonna.
I get it.
I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, so it looks like everything I've talked about. So, but I'm still making my way through my library list, and I'll be doing a video on my other channel soon. Once I give myself a few hours to read some more. Luckily, my kotatsu is out in my comic book room now, so it's cold outside. It's reading time. I'm in my kotatsu right now. I'm very toasty. So I think we could go ahead and talk about our kind of like upcoming schedule. So a few weeks back, we kind of gotten some ideas for upcoming shows, and then life got in the way, and then we just didn't schedule them. But we have now. We've started to think about them. And now that we have a bunch of you here, we'd like to go ahead and pick a book for our book club. And the idea for that, it would be something that maybe one of you guys pick and we choose, and then we all read it together and talk about it in a couple of weeks. So if you guys have any recommendations of things you'd like to see us read, please do. If we don't really get any recommendations, then we'll review, which we're going to review it anyways, but we will review Goldie Vance. But
definitely.
Let us know. And same with manga too. We're looking to do like maybe a comic book book review episode and like a manga one also.
So give us recommendations for that. What do you guys want to read with us? What do you want to see us talk about?
Oh, and I think when your schedule is a little bit less crazy, Kristen, maybe early next year we should do we really need to do like a Buffy read along something.
Oh yeah.
Our collections are finally like complete. I think it's time.
That would be great. But are we going to start like?
I think we should start at Angel.
Okay.
Like, I mean, the
current
minute
Angel?
the show. No. When the show ends.
Oh, okay.
Start from when the show ends on.
We can do that.
Because you and I both have all the books. Okay.
Yeah, those are still pretty like available too. We talk about them all the time. We see them at like every half price.
Oh yeah. And a lot they're all on Comixology too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Tons of that is.
Lloyd recommends Jeff Lemire, Essex County.
Yeah, girl. It's on my arm.
Larry asked if we could do Are You Listening? I would do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we both loved
I'd read it again, just talk about it again.
And we did think about doing like a Tilly Walden centric episode in the next couple of months or so. So if that doesn't get chosen for us to read, we can always do like a big Tilly Walden episode. And we might as well. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah, we pretty much do it every episode, right?
Or Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh, Hayden asked to start with Frey, then Tales, then After the Fall for our big read-along for Buffy. We can do that.
Yeah, we can do
I
that.
think that'd be easy to do like early next year because it's not too busy.
Yeah.
And then we could split it up.
Yeah, I'd like to reread a lot of that too. It's been a while for me.
Yeah, and I've been
'Cause I
meaning to
read a
read
lot of
through
that when
it.
it came out.
It's easier to do if somebody's reading along with me.
Definitely, yeah.
Like, okay, so
Kind of a
this month,
schedule. Like,
for this, yeah, exactly. 1 week we read all of this, and the next month we read this.
we should definitely do that.
Larry also recommended Bloom and PTSD.
Oh yeah.
Sayo Kyosubete, I don't know if you're like, you said Masterpiece, is that a book?
Yeah, I wondered.
And Underwater Welder Petroleum, I can't tell if there's a book or there's words put together. Metal Pig said The Sculptor by Scott McCloud.
Yeah, Freya hated that one. That's what I remember about it. I like Scott McCloud. I've wanted to read that, so that would be a good one.
The cover looks neat. It's a second book.
Did for a second put that out?
Yeah, apparently.
Weird. Okay.
Feathers.
Look like one.
We all loved Feathers. Oh, Feathers comic. Sorry. When Freddie wrote Feathers, since we all love Middle West, I assumed it was like a Japanese-esque, like long-ass title.
Feathers is a book
Feathers
I've
comic.
checked out from the library like 5 times now and never read, so that's something I can
Oof, it looks really cool.
get. Yeah, the art looks good.
Okay. Lloyd said that Underwater Welder and Trillium are both Lemire books. Got it.
I mean, you could ask me that. Did you? I was reading. I'm still trying to get caught up on comments. I'm like, there's so many.
Oh, night, Larry. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm
Underwater
really down
Welder
for
would be a
Jeff
great
Lemire.
one.
I've never read any, except for the one I've read,
The really old one, yeah.
the really old one.
Lost Dogs, right?
Yeah. Well, let's do a Jeff Lemire for the first one.
I would love it.
I'll let you pick.
We have to do Essex County then. It's on my arm.
All right, let's do it. All right, so
It's the
Essex
one.
County. Oh, Hayden said, what about a show where each of you pick something for the other to read that they've never read? Kind of like old reader, new reader, but you both pick something for each
into
other
that.
every time.
I actually had that idea at some point. It's one of those we didn't write down.
Oh, shit, you're right. We
So
can
we're
put that
trying to
in.
figure it out.
Let's
Yeah,
do
that's
okay. Let's do Essex County for the book club, and then because we put a couple of like tentative book club
Yeah.
on our schedule, so one of those can be like the recommend for each other.
That's good.
I could do that.
We could probably do all those in one episode, really. Unless we really had a lot to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about.
we
you know?
could. Why not?
Or we could break it up.
I want
Whatever.
you to read Red Sonja by Gail Simone.
But my thing is, how am I going to read that? Because, you know what, actually, it may be on Hoopla. Let me check. Because I'm not buying that, girl. I'm just not. Like,
Man, I need to I have the copies to give to you if you want them, because I've got the omnibus now.
oh, okay. Well, hold
Actually,
on. I'm
I
checking.
might own it on Comixology. I'll check.
Okay. We'll figure it out. I'll
Okay.
read it. That's
I
a
want you to.
commitment to me to.
Free said she'd read it that she never did because she's mad at Gail Simone.
That's right. She's like, I'm done.
But I really want you to read it. I think it's so good.
Okay, wait. It's all on here, I think. Are there only 3
There's
volumes?
only 3. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's on here. I can do that.
Yes. Okay. So are we for our next one? Are we doing Essex County and Red Sonja,
Okay, wait.
or just
Is this-
Essex County?
Is this the thing we're doing? But what about the book club? Or is it all the book club?
It could be.
I mean, what are we doing, guys?
I don't know. Okay, maybe we should just do Essex County.
I mean, we can, though.
I mean, if you want to. If you want to read both.
When will this be? Do we know?
Let
wanna
me
figure that out
review
later.
the calendar I've put together. Because I'm currently organized at this moment.
Oh, Freddie's comment makes me sad. He said, I'd love an episode on those abandoned formats like the Gem and the Holograms Outrageous Edition. Oh my gosh, I'm still sad. Those poor Boom hardcovers and such. Yeah. I still have this because it's so... We talked about like how, it just opens so nicely. There's a ribbon. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Never see the rest of it. It's very sad.
Makes me so sad. Okay, so the first book club would be the 24th. That's 2 weeks. Is that doable, or do we need to move it back a week?
I think that's doable.
We can always switch things up if not, but... All right, then. 24th. Book club.
Let's do it.
Yay.
We did it. We did it, guys.
We scheduled a thing.
So if you guys want to read along with us, Essex County, and the complete opposite of Essex County, Red Sonja by Gail Simone. I feel like it has to be, right?
I love it. I think it's great.
No, it's great. It's great.
So, and then our plan for this time next week is to do our first, because we talked before about doing like a publisher or writer or artist specific show. So we want to start in that slow. So with someone who didn't have as many books out, because we thought about doing, Tilly Walden, we thought about doing for a second, a lot of other things. But we're going to start smooth and slow and do Katie O'Neill. So next week, we'll talk about Katie O'Neill's books. And then whatever time's left over, it'll be, recent reads and whatever.
Definitely.
So Lloyd says, Maddie has it, I want to do it. Look at her eyes.
No, I'm great with it. It's just like we were like, okay, book of the month, like club. But then there's this new thing. That's fine. That's fine. I was trying to understand.
All right. So, well, we can just, our book of the month will be 2 books every time, or maybe, unless it's a bigger one.
Yeah, you can figure this out.
We'll play it by ear. We're really casual
this.
Here at Fangirlz Assemble. And I'm sure you guys have figured that out by now.
And at some point, I'm going to tease this. We are going to do probably next month. Yeah, definitely next month. All of the DC Inc. books.
Yeah.
So we've talked about Harley Quinn. We've talked about a few other ones, but we're going to jump. And it's going to be weird for me because some of these characters I've never read anything of. So I'll have that perspective versus you. You're like, I know everything. I have the whole background.
Yeah, I think that'd be good because there's not too many out now, and they're all really quick reads. Mm-hmm. So I think we'll be able to really tackle all those. I think we even set a date. Let me look at my calendar.
I think it's the 15th or something.
Yeah, so the December 15th we'll do the DC Inc. review.
Yeah. So if you guys want to read those, December 15th.
And then, of course, before the year ends, we will do our top picks of 2019. I'll just have to remember what I've read because unlike Chris does way more.
I got my Goodreads reading challenge. Tell me that.
All right. Well, that's what I've got.
Yeah. Well, and Drew B, I got to address you. He said Kristen does Superman and Red Sonja, and Webb said, I didn't say a thing about Red Sonja. Actually. I said she's the opposite of Essex County.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. As always, it's really nice to be here with you, Kristen, and with all you guys and just chatting on Sundays. I really appreciate it. Hayden called it an old reader, new reader, Fangirlz reboot.
Ooh, girl, let's do that. Ooh, coming for Omar. Guys, check out instocktrades.com. You can get all the books we talked about. Again, we're gonna talk about Essex County and Gail Simone's Red Sonja. You can go there to get those things, as well as all the DC Inc. books. We love Tilly Walden. Buy them all there, like Katie O'Neill. You can get all the good stuff. And Goldie Vance, again, until Tuesday, 45% off box set. It's on the front page right now. You can check it out. It's a very good deal. So if you want a good detective series, if you like Veronica Mars, if you're into Nancy Drew, check it out. You're going to like it. It's great.
Yep. And we will see you this time next week, of course. And if that changes, by the way, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Because anytime our schedule changes, we do post on there to let you know.
And guys, life happens a lot.
Yeah.
So,
we like to be fun and unpredictable.
That's right. Like suddenly we're here Wednesday. Like it happens.
It's like a treat. It's fine. All right. Good night, guys. We will see you all next week.
Have a good
Bye.
night.